Welcome back to White Mountains Today. I've got Doug Garland from Bear Notch. I always love your logo with the bear on the skis, cross-country skiing. And you guys are down in Bartlett, New Hampshire.
You're correct, yes.
And you've got some excellent, like the area that you're in is absolutely stunning views.
Yes, we have, well, we're kind of located in the snow belt, so
Yeah.
we have an extremely deep snow base right at this point in time. We've been building it up all winter, so now we're going to get to enjoy it during the spring ski.
Exactly.
And the skiers are just amazed. It's still, it's superb spring skiing is what it is. It's the only way you can put it.
Yeah.
You know, we go out and grooming it now is a little bit touchy because you got to figure out your right time to groom it. Because we used to groom to try and soften up our snow all the time. You know, we're tilling it all winter long. We're trying to give them a nice fluffy surface, which we do. But now you're dealing with the other side of the coin where we have a squishy surface at the end of the day. And you're trying to get this set up a track and a skate lane so that it has some integrity for the next day.
Yep.
So we switch our grooming around to doing it in the evening. As soon as our skiers get off, which nowadays they don't get off till after dinner.
Yeah.
So around 8 o'clock or so we'll go out and we'll lay a new print and a new skate lane. And hopefully overnight, even though it doesn't get below freezing, that'll get some integrity and set up. And it's been working out great.
Good.
At the end of the day yesterday, instead of skate skiers sinking in 3 inches into this mush, they were still sinking in maybe an inch and hitting a real firm surface.
Nice.
So when I say superb spring skiing, it certainly is.
Fantastic.
Yes, it is.
And then you guys also, I think we have some shots of, I think Hans mentioned we had some shots of the dogs, but you guys are, you know, family friendly, dog friendly, your family owned operation. Your brother does the grooming.
Yes.
Is it John?
Yeah, John
right?
does the grooming. Yeah.
And you guys have bread and soup in the barn, and I think it's 16 and under, get in for free.
16 under with a paying adult ski for free, yeah.
That's fantastic.
And then we have a senior discount rate of 65 and older.
Oh, woohoo.
And so, you know, we try to make it economical for everybody. You
Yeah.
know, we're there to make memories. And,
Oh.
you know, it's been a long, hard winter, and some people are sick of winter.
Yep.
But the best part about a long, hard winter is enjoying a great spring.
Yes.
And so far, we've lined up to a very nice spring.
Yes.
With the meltdown, has been just about perfect. You know, you hit it. Yesterday, we hit it after the end of the day. You're squishing it down just about 1.5 inches to 2 inches more, and setting up a beautiful skate lane. And right now, the whole network's still open. We haven't got a bare spot on the network.
Nice.
So we expect to we're aiming for Easter, and we're not
awesome.
sure if we'll make it to Easter or not. Mother Nature will have something to do with that. But certainly, we have a couple of real good quality spring skiing weeks ahead of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and
I'm glad to hear it.
and we're also doing spring sales. Right
Oh,
now,
that's
you
right.
could buy next year's pass and ski the rest of this season on next year's pass.
Oh, wow.
And you also, we're doing, we have a huge rental fleet and demos and a bunch of new skis. And I don't like to have to take care of all of them. So we're going to run wicked good sales on these. So come on up if you're looking for a used pair or a demo that's slightly used pair
Yeah.
or brand new pairs. We have the R-Skin skis that's a new this year that have the kick pattern. We have the regular kick patterns. We have skate skis. We've got it all.
Okay.
So sooner you get there, the better, because you get a better selection.
See, I didn't know you guys sold gear, so that's good for people to know.
Oh yeah, we sell it. We try to rotate it once every 3 years at least. That way, our rental fleet. People are always amazed at the quality of our rental fleet. They think it's better than their own equipment a lot of times.
Yeah.
So by rotating it that way, we try to get rid of it at reasonable prices. People get really good equipment, slightly used in most cases, and so it works out good all the way around.
Good. Well, you guys have gear. You've got the awesome spring skiing conditions. You've got
Yes.
the passes that go through the rest of this year and into next year.
Yep.
I mean, it's family friendly. You've got fantastic views,
Yep.
great snow grooming.
And we do
What
have
more
one
could you
other
want?
pass that actually is popular. I keep forgetting to talk about it. We call it the Frequent Skier Pass, but we may have to rename it. But what it comes to is it's a card with 10 punches, 10 bear prints on it.
Oh.
And you buy that. And the good part about this pass is it never expires. It's like the
Oh.
Forever stamp. That's what we're
Oh,
running correct. It's a forever pass, basically. You know, so you buy this pass at a
The
given
Forever
price.
Bear.
Yeah, and so you buy this pass and you get 10 skier visits. You could come by 10 years later. We might charge you $50 a day. And you still get, if you've got a punch left, you get to go.
That's awesome.
And you also get to bring a buddy on this pass. Where on a season pass, you're limited to just using it for your own personal
Yeah.
use. We'll allow somebody to bring a buddy with them, so you can
How
punch
much
two
is
at
the
a day.
Bear Pass?
The beer pass is $160, which gives you a $4 discount off each ticket.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's a substantial discount. A day pass
Wow.
is usually $20. You get this for $160, and you can like I say, you got 10 skier visits locked in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people like that.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
the Forever Bear Pass.
Yep. Yeah.
And then, of course, you guys have the bread and the soup in the barn,
Oh
too.
yeah, and that's obviously a big hit.
Yeah.
You know, the barn smells really nice just because of the homemade bread,
Yeah.
and the soups, the hearty soups, people love them.
And it's like I try to get the last of my soups in this time of year because you know it's going to transition to warmer weather and you're just not going to want soup as much in the warmer weather.
That's correct.
So it's good to
So
get
it
in
is,
now.
and our soup sales do go down when it gets up to 50 and 60 degrees, but our picnic tables are out. So what we recommend to do
Aw.
is bring yourself a picnic lunch.
That's
and you go out
nice.
and you just enjoy the weather. Like I say, spring skiing is always where it's at.
Yeah.
The birds are starting to tweet. The streams are
Yeah.
starting to open up. You hear the water flowing everywhere. You know, everything's coming back to life. It's just very
And you get to be out in
invigorating to go out
nature.
skiing nowadays. It's an amazing
And
experience.
then the warmer weather, it's just nice to be out a little bit longer. And then the lighter, it's
Oh, the
lighter
days,
later,
yeah.
so you can get a longer day in if you want. Or
Oh yeah, and even if you do our rentals, we make arrangements that we close the rental shop at 4 o'clock. But skiing, yesterday I had 3 ladies out that were skiing, and they came back at 4 and they wanted to ski after hours. I said, oh, of course you do. It's so great out. And I said, they have to return the equipment to a specified spot. You know, they take their gear out of our rental area, and then they can ski until dark as long as they're on a buddy system.
Oh, nice.
So, and that's what they did.
That's fantastic. I love it. See, I love what you guys are offering down there.
Well, we're
you know,
offering-
it's that old-fashioned personal touch that you just don't get as much anymore nowadays, where you know you make exceptions to rules and you take into account circumstances and you change according to seasonal or like you're changing when you groom according to when it's better for the customer. Not a lot
Yes.
of places would do things like
Oh, no.
that. So I really appreciate that.
It takes a lot of
that
flexibility.
touch. Yeah, I know. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's fantastic. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and then you guys have been operating for how long now?
I think it's 23rd year.
23rd year.
Yeah.
So you got a quarter century coming up here in a
Yes,
couple
we
of
do.
years.
In a couple of years,
Woo!
we do
We
have one
to
coming
have a big
up.
party.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and we've learned a lot in 23 years.
Well, I'm sure you have. That's why you've got it tuned in now,
Yes.
dialed in.
Yep.
All right, Doug, it's always a pleasure having you. And then what's your website in case people want to check you out online?
www.bearnotchskitouring.com.
Okay, so www.bearnotchskitouring.com. Okay, so check them out online and make sure you get some spring skiing in while they still have these fantastic conditions. Thanks so much, Doug, for being on the show.
And we will keep a daily report on there to keep people updated. As spring goes on,
That's right.
conditions change so quickly, but we'll keep an accurate date update on the report.
Yes.
And come on up and let us make a Bear Notch believer out of it.
Go ahead and get a Bear Notch believer out of you. I love that saying, and I love your description of the snow. And they do have the daily conditions on that website, www.bearnotchskitouring.com.
Correct.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.